Has your bank put limits on how much money you can deposit onto exchanges to buy crypto? Screw them. SwissBorg's got your back. They've created personalized IBAN numbers, so you can send as much money as you like to buy crypto. SwissBorg! Hello everybody, welcome back. With a late start, so we'll make a short video. Really, there's not a great deal to say. It's Sunday. Normally Sunday is a bit of a rubbish day. We all know that, so I'd be surprised if everyone even watches this video, to be fair with you, especially at this time in the day. Right, so let's get started then. So Bitcoin on the daily, not really looking like it wants to tell us anything really. Nothing really to speak of. Bit of a green candle on the day, but it's really nothing much. The main focus to me is going to be how the weekly closes. And if the weekly closes back above the 200 simple moving average, which is more or less what we're looking to see, then I would expect probably bounce rather than break coming into next week. Based on its own chart, recognise that the Euro looked like it's changing direction for a bit of downside. The Dixie looks like it's changing direction for a bit of upside. However, those moves completed on Friday in the short term, so we'll be looking for pullback on Dixie and bounce on the Euro, which should bounce all these things like indices and crypto and everything like that. We have a sweeping statement, but that's the overall trading environment that I'll be looking for. So maybe we see bounce at the beginning of the week, or at least just Monday, Tuesday or whatever, and then maybe we can consider this consolidation a bit more of an appropriate thing. Depending on where we close above. So first line in the sand based on Bitcoin's daily is this 27,200. That's basically the level that was lost that formed this short-term descending triangle that we broke down from. The resistance of that is basically a 10 exponential on the daily, which comes in around 27,450. And then many moving averages above that also need to be reclaimed. And then finally, if we manage to close above 28,000, we'll call it 28,003 or 400, we'll be back above that Bollinger Band Center, and we can entertain maybe moving back up. And this could all just be one giant sort of range, or this consolidation probably could have already been considered to be finished at that point. 16% is kind of appropriate really for a consolidation of Bitcoin in an uptrend. That's pretty standard, pretty normal stuff. It's really nothing to be afraid of. But while being below all these major moving averages on the daily, do have to be concerned for every moment that we're below at least the Bollinger Band Center, which again is around 28,300, which is where it is right now. So take it to a 4 hourly, and again, then we're just going to talk about Bitcoin today. 4 hourly at this very moment in time have reclaimed the 10 and the 20, so we're talking sort of Bollinger Band center of the range, with possibilities of moving up. And again, 50 exponential coming in at the descending triangle resistance, which is what it was in the first place. This is what we were looking at, this 50 exponential. So that again is 27,450. And this is all more or less areas of rejection. So a move up doesn't seem unlikely to see a move up like that. Even as much as seeing that today, this 2% moves really isn't anything. And one of the reasons I think that a move is imminent is because the Bollinger Band on a 1 hourly is pinching very tightly. We've got wicks at the top, wicks at the bottom. Looks like no one can decide which way this wants to go. The bulls and the bears are scrapping it out, and really what we've got is a very, very tight range. From the bottom of the band to the top of the range is just over 0.5%. Now, if we can hang around in this range for a little longer, and it'd have to be for another 24 hours or so, we've got a Chiku span of the Ichimoku cloud sitting around this level here. So how many hourly candle bodies do we need to get outside of the cloud? 13. So we've got to get really, if we can hang around at this period for a 24-hour period, which I find unlikely to stay in this range for a 24-hour period, but if we were to do that, you would look at a pump signal on the 1 hourly, which should be enough to carry us up to at least this 27,450 area. Again, the 1 hourly is backed up now by a 200 exponential, so a lot of resistance around that descending triangle. So there is evidence to say that we pump up to there and then basically continue with our downside. So long story short, I do actually think that we do have a small pump with a few percent, 2-3% in us. I think we do have that in us within the next 24 hours. As to where we continue from there, or if that is just a pump to resistance and then back down again, that's a different story. But like I say, with the Dixie and the Euro looking like they wanted to change direction generally, but their first initial move has already played out, then I think that the odds are in favour of a pump. And the pump, again, is only going to take us towards the top of this trend line, which is highlighted by the 1 hourly, the 4 hourly, the daily, all at around 27,500. I think that's where it's going to take us to. And at that point, we might be looking at further consolidation. But until we see it, it's just speculation. again, the next 24 hours, we should see that. And at the moment, there is no pump signal. There is no bullish trend. All there is expectation that we will be carried with the weight of the larger markets that are basically going to pull back after their move on Friday, or should I say bounce up from the moves on Friday. So you know what I'm saying. So Dixie down, Euro up, indice up, everything up, and then consolidation continues. So we'll see. Invalidations, obviously, for any pullback is going to be if we do continue on and above this 28,500. A daily candle body closure around that level would likely say to me that this consolidation is already over and we're moving onwards and upwards. If we do break down, like I said, all of this area down here is a buy zone, especially the closer we get to 24,000 flat. It's all very much a buy zone, and I'll be looking to go hard into Bitcoin. Even more than I did back down at these levels. Right, so that's basically it. It is Sunday, so just carry on with the rest of your day. Cook your roast, weed your garden, do whatever it is you're going to do. Because until traditional markets open, or at least the Forex side of things open, then really Bitcoin is just going to meander sideways, and we don't get that pump signal on the 1 hourly for what was around 14 hours from now. So we've got plenty of time to enjoy the Sunday. There's nothing really, no setups, no signals, but there is volatility pending, definitely. Right, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.